From Arkansas' streaming news leader, this is THV 11 Morning News at 7 on THV 11 Plus.
Good morning, everybody. How you doing? Happy Wednesday. Ashley made it. She didn't fake an injury like Texas A&M players on Saturday.
Fixed my skirt, though.
You're just fake an injury, and you don't have to.
You
it's
shook
all
it off.
good.
God, shook it off my ankle.
Oh man, I'm hurt. I can't do it. No. Anyway,
I feel like every sport has like something they do. I was telling you in volleyball, I noticed there's a lot of shoe tying.
Sure.
Yeah.
Baseball too.
There's always something to delay the game a little bit.
Something just to let everybody catch their breath. Stall, like,
what about
stop the
wrestling?
momentum.
Is there something that people do?
Oh yeah.
Is there?
Yeah.
I don't know. How can
Holding.
Holding.
Yeah, I can do all the things. Yeah. So yeah, they try to do that so that they can get their breath
Catch
back
the breath.
because wrestling is like, go.
It's
at
intense.
the entire
I
time.
could make it 10
So-
seconds, not 10 seconds on the mat. I'd be pinned. Boom.
Or you try to get people out of the ring. You can push them out, and then they have to come back and reset.
So that gives you a chance to catch your breath.
Yeah. So there's some people that will like keep pushing out.
And the momentum gets cut.
That's right. So
Strategy.
every sport has something.
Man.
What do we have here?
Well,
We
let's
have
get
traffic.
to NASCAR now. What do they do in NASCAR?
Yeah.
The traffic. You drive to
If I need to
Alexander,
catch
then
a
you have to
breath.
stop, and you can't go anywhere. 'cause
I know.
It's always backed
Oh, my
up down
goodness.
there.
Alexander, it is,
It's a
it's
mess.
just where everybody comes together to hang out in the mornings on the roads. Right now,
95% of Arkansas
yeah, I know. I think they're coming in from Saline County. You've got the Otter Creek area. Alexander is all just right there, and it gets congested first. And that's what's happening right now. Slowing down a little bit there on 30 eastbound, all the way from around the Bass Pro Shop area or close to 430 to the Bryant exit. Now moving at just 25 miles per hour just past Alexander if you're heading eastbound. But that's our only slowdown really right now. This is what it looks around Congo. So you can see the sun is coming up. It is a beautiful morning, starting to pick up when it comes to our volume on the roads this morning. And our drive times into downtown Little Rock is looking pretty good. I need a breath. What should I do right now? Do I fake an injury? Do I fake an injury? Oh, okay. My ankle, I just twisted. So can you take it away, Weather? Oh my gosh.
I got it.
Okay,
it's good.
thanks.
I'm good over here. I just took my little shoe tying break. All right, traffic's moving well. So Ashley can take her injury time, and it's moving right along. And again, just if you're in Alexander, it's the normal slowdowns this morning. In Little Rock, we've got that sunrise 7:02 now, 7:20 is officially. Sunset at 6:24, 47. It feels nice out there with a little breeze out of the west, around 5 miles per hour. Low dew points today, and that's going to make things feel excellent. A few 30s around the state, lots of 40s, and a little 51 down there in Texarkana. They might as well be Texas because they are always warmer than the rest of us. Highs across the state today, again, looking at those mid to upper 70s, again, a few 80s. Yeah, there we go, Texarkana, 83. But we are going to continue to watch the weekend. I have issued a weather impact advisory. Again, this is blue, not red, because I just want to give you a heads up. We could see a few rain showers and a few little storms that could impact your outdoor plans, but we'll talk more about that and what you can expect coming up in a few minutes.
Day 22 of the government shutdown is underway with no yes vote by the Senate yet and no signs there will be one.
The Senate gearing up for yet another vote while thousands of federal workers remain unpaid this morning. President Trump not backing down, standing firm after meeting with Republicans and rejecting the Democrats' latest offer.
Democrats say they remain focused on health care costs, including Affordable Care Act provisions that will expire in months, impacting millions of people. CBS News reports Senate Democrats are working on a bill to pay all federal workers.
Senate Majority Leader John Thune says he plans to bring up the House GOP's clean bill to reopen the government through mid-November.
We're hopeful that this will be the week when we break out of this and the Democrats come to their senses.
Republicans may not have time to fix people's health care, but apparently they got plenty of time for a mini pep rally with Donald Trump.
The shutdown's ripple effects are growing. More flight delays tied to air traffic staffing shortages and states warning that SNAP benefits could run out if this standoff continues.
Meantime, the Senate is to vote again tomorrow for the 12th time, hoping a new round of votes will finally break the stalemate.
New this morning, the Trump administration says it plans to release $3 billion in aid to help U.S. farmers withstand this ongoing shutdown. Officials say the U.S. Department of Agriculture will reopen key offices on Thursday to process payments and loans. Now, that announcement comes as Arkansas lawmakers warn the state's agriculture industry is reaching a breaking point, with some predicting up to 40% of farms could shut down without relief. State leaders have urged the White House and Congress to fast-track that assistance, saying farmers can't wait much longer for help. Many point to rising costs, low crop prices, and uncertainty over the farm bill as key factors financially squeezing producers continues across the state.
We have an update this morning. The Arkansas Early Childhood Commission is voting to create an emergency working group to find solutions before November 1st. That's when cuts to provider reimbursement rates take effect. It comes as child care providers across the state are warning that layoffs and closures could hit the state hard if federal and state aid doesn't come through soon. The Arkansas Advocate reporting the group will bring together lawmakers, researchers, and providers to help keep centers open as the state struggles with a loss of federal funding and rising costs. Officials say without quick action, more than 250 facilities could face layoffs in the coming weeks. Now developing, an Arkansas daycare worker faces child abuse charges after a disturbing classroom video surfaces. Police say Mary Clybury was arrested October 16th, accused of pulling two children by the arms and dragging another child across the floor. Claire Everbach spoke with parents whose children attend that daycare and how they are sharing their experience.
There was a bruise across her face. She had a cut underneath her chin. Nobody could tell me what happened. Bruises up and down their backs, bite marks.
Caitlin Watts says that's what her daughter and son experienced at Friendship Pediatric Services in Siloam Springs. Watts, who used to work for the daycare, says she filed complaints that no one looked into.
She said, "Mommy, my teacher hit me with a hanger." And I made repeated calls about it, asking, can you double check what's going on? Because this isn't something Maddie would just say. And unfortunately, nobody ever got back to me about it.
I talked to another parent, Allison Flatt, who claims her son is also a victim.
My heart's breaking a lot over the situation, so it's confusion. I don't know where to go from here. I'm hearing different sides from everybody on what to do and what I should do, acting like they are the parents in the situation. But this happened to my son, and in my feet, I don't know what to do right here.
Flatt says she heard what happened through word of mouth instead of from the school. Moving forward, she, along with other parents, say they want transparency.
Get all the details straight next time. That's basically all we want, is just not to be left out. It's our baby, so we should be able to be in the loop of everything that's going on. And it feels like we're outsiders on something that happened to our own babies.
Benton County Prosecutor Josh Robinson says investigations of child abuse take time and multiple steps. The cases, however, are supposed to be resolved in under a year.
The Supreme Court does have a rule that anytime you have a criminal case with a child victim under the age of 14, it's supposed to be expedited. And so the court and the parties are supposed to make every effort to resolve the case within 9 months.
That was Claire Everbach reporting. Clybury was taken to the Benton County Jail and released on a $2,500 bond.
Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders facing another lawsuit over the timing of special elections. The challenge claims the Pulaski County House seat has sat vacant too long while using the same dates to fill a River Valley Senate seat. That's been 22 days since Republican Representative Carlton Wing resigned, leaving District 70 empty. THV11's Maya Ellison explains how this latest lawsuit came about and now what both sides are saying.
On October 10th, Governor Sarah Sanders set a special primary election for March 3rd, 2026, and a special general election for June 9th, 2026. That means the seat would stay empty through the fiscal session starting on April 8th.
Refusing to fill this seat, violating state statute, and leaving those Arkansans without representation, it is simply wrong.
Marcus Jones, chair of the Arkansas Democratic Party, announced a lawsuit against Governor Sanders and Secretary of State Cole Jester. Joined by Democratic candidate Cordelia Smith Johnson and 3 voters from the district, they argue the governor's timeline violates state law.
Arkansas state law says that the special election will be held within 150 days unless it is impracticable. That is state law, and our governor is supposed to abide by that state law.
That same legal argument was raised earlier this month in another case filed by Franklin County resident Colt Shelby, challenging the governor's decision to delay a special election for Senate District 26 until after the fiscal session.
Voters are being denied a stay in our state budget and denied representation in our state house.
In a statement, the governor's office says, quote, lining up the District 70 special election with the District 26 special election is just common sense, saves taxpayer dollars, and ensures the election is free, fair, and secure. State Democrats argue the lawsuit seeks to move the special general election from June to March, so about 30,000 residents in District 70 have representation during next year's fiscal session.
Now she is refusing to have voters represented in Senate District 26 and in House District 70. That is unacceptable under Arkansas statute.
As for the race itself, Cordelia Smith Johnson, Democrat Alex Holliday, and Republican Bo Renshaw have all announced campaigns for the seat. The Democratic Party says the seat could flip, while the Republican Party calls the lawsuit, quote, a distraction in a race they can't win. In Little Rock, Maya Ellison, THV 11 News.
And now let's check in with Ashley King and a look at the traffic this morning.
Yeah, good morning. We're starting to see our usual slowdowns. It is 7:11, so the volume is definitely picking up on our roadways here in central Arkansas. First slowdown, of course, North Terminal Interchange. Want to show you what's going on with that. Here's a closer look. Moving very slowly around the North Hills Boulevard area at just 34 miles per hour on 40 westbound, and then a little bit slow too on 30 there right after you come off of Interstate 40 and you're heading towards the Arkansas River Bridge, just moving at 16 miles per hour. So not just a little bit slow, it's very slow in that area. Then of course we see the slowdowns here too on 30 eastbound, which is pretty typical, moving at about 28 miles per hour there around the Bass Pro Shop just past Alexander. And this is a look at that slowdown there on 30. You can see all of that volume. It is starting to get a little bit congested going eastbound on 30. Our drive times into downtown Little Rock show that too. If you're coming in from Benton around the Alcoa Road exit, it's going to take 30 minutes. Still looking pretty good if you're coming in from Conway or Tracy if you're coming in from Cabot. No issues. And how's that weather?
Yeah, weather's good today. We are starting out nice and cool this morning. You might need those seat heaters, you might not, but you will need a jacket probably, but you're going to be shedding that by the afternoon. But let's talk about the weekend ahead. I have issued a weather impact advisory, not an alert, but an advisory. It's just to let you know that we could see some non-severe scattered rain showers and a few storms this weekend, and that could impact your outdoor plans. So make sure you download that THV 11 app and get the latest information. And one of those activities is the Razorback football game again. However, I love that we're not necessarily seeing any thunderstorms. So, you know, rain, I think you can go ahead and play, but as long as we have that lightning, they'll have to delay. So we'll keep an eye on that for you, but we are seeing those totals around central Arkansas. It could be around an inch. I still think this is overdoing it a little bit, and most of that will stay a little bit more west, but I still think we're going to have more than that. But another rainmaker is headed our way as we're heading into early next week, and this is going to be all of that together for the next 7 days. You can see that red, purple. That's a lot of rain, friends. We'll talk more about how that could impact you and the cooler weather that's on the other side of that front coming up.